Hi, Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com, and today the last 7 tips for the year 2023, December. So let's speak about it. Let's start. So this month the tips are going to be about things that many people ask me during the year or things I experienced myself, okay? First tip, many people contacted me during the year because the flash trigger stopped working with the flash, or they had strange behavior of the camera suddenly, they don't know why. And most of the time it could be solved making a reset of the device, whether it was a camera or an accessory or whatever. Okay, so don't forget, if your camera stops working as usual or your flash or whatever, just go to a reset button, or you check in the manual of your gear and check how to do it, but reset it. Most of the time it will solve it. It's true that after maybe you have to put the setting as you had them before, okay, as you like them, but resetting your device most of the time will solve this erratic behavior, okay? Tip number 2, well, a couple of weeks ago, a friend contacted me and said, there is a new firmware for my camera. Should I update or not? Because actually the camera is new, so it should be fine. That's a big mistake. Many years ago, when there was no internet, cameras or lenses, whatever, had to work properly from day one, because otherwise it needed to be sent back to the technical service to fix them or update them, okay? Nowadays with the internet, most of the time when they sell you a gear, they know that it doesn't need to be perfect, they can fix it later, and then you update the firmware and that works, okay? So when a camera is new, very often a couple of weeks, of days, of months later, but very often, very soon, they actually update the issue, a new firmware, and you should update, because that will probably fix problems or add feature they had announced, but it was not there yet, okay? So yes, update the firmware, but wait 2, 3, 4 days, 1 week, 2 weeks maybe, and check on Google, on a Facebook group, whatever, if people had some problem with this new update, because sometimes it happens. Firmware is supposed to fix something, but it creates other problems they were not aware of, okay? So a nice feature you really like stop working. So wait a bit, check around, and then when everything looks fine, then you update the firmware of your device, okay? It's important, but yes, you do need to, it's really advised to update the firmware of your gear, okay? Tip number 3. Well, a couple of days ago, I see a friend on Facebook who puts a picture of his camera without any lens, and you see the shutter that is there, closed, broken. And he said, my camera is dead. So I said, no, your camera is not dead. You need to change the shutter, but it doesn't mean the camera is dead. You can change the shutter, replace it, and it would work on another 100,000 actuation or more, I don't know, okay? He says, oh, really? Because I spoke to the shop and they said it was not possible to fix that, camera was dead, and I asked another person, same thing. Yes, you can change the shutter. And very often, when you have a breakdown of your camera, a failure, whatever, very often, or because they don't know, or because they want to sell you something new, they will say it cannot be repaired, okay? So always try to have a second or third opinion on the possibility to fix it, the price, how much it costs, and sometimes it's worth it. In case of a shutter, yeah, obviously it's worth it if it's an expensive camera. A 3,000 euro camera, a shutter maybe costs 400, it's worth changing it. But if your camera is worth 200 euros because it's really old and the shutter costs changing it 150, then it's not worth it, okay? But always try to have a second opinion. Don't speak just about shutter, about anything, any part, any failure of your gear, okay? Always try to have a second opinion before sending it to the trash, okay? Advice number 4. I realized this because of the Godox, the flash Godox 860V, I think it's called. Many people with the Sony, they had a problem with the hot shoe, it breaks. And if it's out of warranty, it's expensive to change when you send it to the fabric, or Yeah, and then you realize that on AliExpress you can actually find the spare part and actually change it for yourself. It costs maybe 20 euros or something like this. And then you realize that there are many parts that you can buy them and change them yourself. Not about flashes, about cameras, about lenses. It can be the nap, which is the cable sometimes, or it can be a screen, or LCD screen, or monitor, or whatever. Okay, so maybe you don't know how to do it yourself, but you know maybe someone who knows about electronics and could do it for you. And most of the time it is a lot cheaper than sending to the maker and sending to the technical service that will charge you a lot more, okay? Obviously, if the camera is in guarantee or the gear has a guarantee, use it, don't do it yourself. But if it's out of guarantee, most of the time you could change some spare parts, okay? Yourself or have someone to do it a lot cheaper than the technical service. Advice number 5. Always sign a contract. Doesn't matter if you make a picture of your sister, of your friend, of your family, or whoever, or a guy or a girl that looks really nice and is friendly, all this. Sign a contract. The contract must say what you're going to do, what are the pictures for, how you can use them, if you can sell them, if you can publish them on social networks, everything. Why? Because if you don't have anything that is signed, maybe you spend hours making this picture, editing them, retouching all this, and after a month, a week, that person says, no, I don't want you to publish it. And maybe it was a collaboration and you didn't charge anything, so you've worked for nothing. You can't even use them for showing your work and what you know how to do, okay? And if it's a client that pays for the picture, same thing, make a contract. How many pictures are you going to give? If that person can resell the picture or not, what you can do with it, if you can retouch them, where you can publish them, all this. Same thing for you, if you can use some of them for auto promotion, all this, sign a contract that says everything. For wedding, same thing, they ask you to do a wedding reportage, indicate how many hours you will be there, how many pictures approximately you give, what happens if there's no light, all of a sudden there's a problem and the picture cannot have the look you normally have, or if the wedding is cancelled, what happened with your money, what happened with their money, all this. Not only it's going to protect you, but also it's going to protect your clients because you commit yourself, it's signed, so it gives them some peace of mind to know that you're serious, to know that if this or this happen, you will make the things the right way. So it's important, always sign a contract. The contract is meant to be signed and put in a drawer, and maybe a year, 6 months, 10 years, or never. You get it out of the drawer if there's a problem. Most of the time there will be no problem, but very often there is no problem because there was a contract and people think twice before asking for anything. Okay, so always sign a contract. Tip advice number 6. I've got a friend that last week she says, Eric, I made a great photo shoot for a family and I sent all the pictures to them so they could actually pick which one they wanted me to edit and retouch. And they said the job was really bad, I'm not professional, all this. And I checked the picture, I said, yeah, but this is not the way you normally show your picture. Normally you edit them, you give a different look to your picture, you work on them, and you cannot do that. You have to choose the picture yourself, because these people, they receive maybe 150 pictures, and they have to pick 10, for example, and they feel like you're a bad photographer because they forgot about the result you normally do. They complain because they have spots on the face or whatever. And no, that's not the way it works. That person now is worried about your work, worried about the money they spend, and also probably speaking bad about you, saying you're a bad photographer, when actually you're a good photographer because you do some post-production that's important to give a special look to your pictures, and they didn't see it yet. So the first thing they will probably do is speak bad about you to their friends, family, say they're disappointed, that you're no good. And when you give the picture that are finally edited, they will not contact their friend, family, all this to say, no, at the end it's fine. They will not say anything. So the bad name you've created, giving them pictures that were not ready, now they're not going to erase it. So It's like a restaurant. When you go to a restaurant, they don't bring you a bag of potatoes and say, which one do you want me to fry for you, to boil for you? No, they give you the final product. We sell a product that is finished, not some kind of drawers and the person has to pick the one they like, okay? No, if you want to sell more than the grid, for example, you agreed on 10 pictures, well, you edit 5, 6, 10 more pictures and maybe they will buy these extras, okay? But you don't give 150 pictures so they pick what they like. No, that's not the way it works. We are paid to give a finished result and we edit the picture we think that are the best. That's it, period. Nothing else. Tip number 7. Well, this is what I call the McDonald's tip. Yeah, McDonald's burger, okay? Very often we give the 5, 10, 20, 50 pictures we agreed and the client says, what's about the rest? Why don't you give me the other picture they're made, you know? So, no, I don't give them because they're not edited. No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, I will do it myself. No, you never give away this picture. When you go to McDonald's, you ask for French fries. Do they give you the peeling of the potatoes? Obviously not. Well, this picture you did not select all the peeling, the skin of the potatoes, okay, the potato skin, okay? So don't give them away, okay? That's important because these people, maybe they will publish this picture saying you're a photographer. You are the photographer. And most people will see they're not as good as the rest and they will speak bad about you. No. Same as the picture, same as the tip before. We give a finished product. And any picture that does not enter your selection is going to the trash. It's not going to the client, okay? If you want to sell extra pictures, same as before, edit a bit more and try to sell them. But the rest, for the trash, you don't give them to the client. To your client, you say it the same way. When you go to McDonald's, do they give you the potato skin? No. Well, the picture don't give you are the potato skin, okay? Well, that's it. These were my 7 tips for December 2023, last tips of the year. So thank you so much for watching. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Small button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave your links of my gear on Amazon. I'll leave you links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc and Flashes by Westcott. More affiliated links and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.